The 1953 film Julius Caesar brings to life the political drama and power struggles of ancient Rome. This movie adaptation of William Shakespeare's play is known for its talented cast and dramatic scenes. Among the many roles, Marlon Brando's portrayal of Mark Antony stands out with his powerful speeches and commanding presence. His funeral oration is a highlight, leaving a strong impression with its emotional depth and persuasive rhetoric. Now we'd like to hear from you. What is your most memorable moment from Julius Caesar? Maybe it's a scene that made you laugh, or one that surprised you, or even one that brought a tear to your eye. Share your stories and memories in the comments below. We're excited to read about the moments from this classic film that have stayed with you over time. Joseph L. Mankiewicz's adaptation of Julius Caesar stands as a solid representation of Shakespeare's work on film. The casting choices are bold and mostly successful, with Marlon Brando delivering a surprisingly compelling performance as Mark Antony, and James Mason's portrayal of Brutus being particularly noteworthy for its emotional depth and command of the language. The film benefits from Mankiewicz's direction, which brings the sumptuous set designs to life in a stark black and white palette, enhancing the dramatic effect. While the film does not evoke the same warmth as a live stage performance, it presents a strong case for the cinematic storytelling of Shakespeare's plays. The narrative remains focused on the pivotal events surrounding Caesar's downfall, highlighted by the famous line uttered by Caesar upon Brutus's betrayal. The ensemble cast, including notable names such as Gielgud and Deborah, supports the central performances with skill. This adaptation may not delve into the entirety of Caesar's life, but it captures the essence of the play's most critical moments, making it a worthy watch for those interested in classic cinema and Shakespearean drama. In a notable adaptation of a classic play, while Marlon Brando received the most attention and acclaim, it was James Mason's performance that stood at the heart of the narrative. Brando's portrayal earned him his third Best Actor nomination in a row, a testament to his skill and the strength of his performance. Remarkably, the production was completed in a mere 35 days, repurposing sets from an earlier epic. The decision to film in black and white was deliberate, aiming to give the movie a sense of immediacy akin to that of a newsreel, rather than the grandeur of a typical historical epic. This choice underscored the dramatic tension and raw power of the performances, setting it apart from other films of its time. Gielgud, a distinguished actor, graced the screen in several films that received the highest accolades, including 3 that won the Best Picture Academy Award. His career spanned roles in other notable films nominated for the same award. In a historical drama set in ancient Rome, the portrayal of Caesar's final moments strayed from historical accounts, suggesting a resistance to his fate, while in reality Caesar accepted his end, having prepared for it by settling his affairs and naming an heir. The performances in this film were highly praised by contemporaries, with Edmond O'Brien's portrayal of Casca earning acclaim from Spencer Tracy and James Mason highlighting the depth of talent within the cast. In the landscape of classic cinema, Greer Garson's presence was significant, with her roles in 6 films nominated for the Oscars Best Picture, winning once with Mistress Miniver. Notably, her performances in all but 2 of these films earned her Best Actress nominations. Edmond Purdom, on the other hand, experienced a unique moment of controversy when his hand and footprints were removed from the TCL Chinese Theater, an honor he briefly held after the premiere of The Egyptian. Marlon Brando, a celebrated actor, was featured in 7 Best Picture nominees, including 2 winners, and received Best Actor nominations for all but 2. These instances reflect the varied fortunes and recognition of actors in the film industry. Several actors from the early 1950s film later appeared in the original Star Trek series. Richard Hale, John Hoyt, Ian Wolfe, Morgan Farley, Michael Ansara, and Vic Perrin all had roles in various episodes, showcasing their versatility across different genres. Additionally, Lawrence Dobkin, who directed an episode of Star Trek, contributed to the science fiction series direction. James Mason's career included roles in multiple films that received Oscar nominations for Best Picture, demonstrating his skill as an actor. Marlon Brando, known for his powerful screen presence, took on his sole Shakespearean role in this film, leaving a unique mark in his filmography. In a notable adaptation of Shakespeare's work, a scene depicting the death of a mistaken identity was removed prior to the film's release, reflecting the tense political climate of the era. The production boasted a remarkable ensemble of talent, with 7 Academy Award-recognized actors, including Marlon Brando and James Mason. The director, known for his diverse filmography, had aspirations to bring another of Shakespeare's plays to the screen with Brando, though it remained unrealized. This film stands as his singular venture into the playwright's canon. In a notable performance, Alan Napier portrayed Cicero, bringing his experience from television to the silver screen. His portrayal was later contrasted with his role as Alfred, where he displayed a distinct British demeanor. The film's soundtrack was a pioneering effort in audio technology, recorded in 4-track stereo, a novelty at the time. However, it was initially released in mono sound, only later to be available in stereo on Laserdisc and DVD. John Gielgud, a distinguished actor, took on roles in 2 adaptations of the same play, showcasing his range by playing Cassius, and then the lead role in subsequent versions. His performances were a study in the evolution of a character through different interpretations. In the early 1950s, director Joseph L. Mankiewicz took on the challenge of bringing 2 historical figures, Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, to life on the silver screen. This project was not his first encounter with these characters, as they would appear again a decade later in another of his films. The production of this film was marked by a notable absence. Orson Welles, who had previously produced a successful Broadway rendition of the play, was not considered for the film adaptation due to a prior fallout with producer John Houseman. Welles's own ambitions to create a film version were thwarted by Houseman's decision to proceed with this high-profile adaptation. Actor Ian Wolfe, known for his roles in multiple Academy Award-nominated films, added this film to his extensive resume. His career included appearances in 3 Best Picture winners, showcasing his consistent presence in critically acclaimed films. Louis Calhern's career included roles in 3 films nominated for the Oscar for Best Picture, with his earliest nomination turning out to be a winner. His performance in the historical drama set in 44 BCE was part of a cast that brought to life the political turmoil of ancient Rome. The intensity of the performances, especially by Marlon Brando, was noted by director John Huston, who likened Brando's method acting to a powerful and unexpected force, illuminating the scene with raw energy. The film's portrayal of the events leading to the fall of the Roman Republic provided a stark backdrop for the actor's dramatic interpretations. In the early 1950s, a film was made that brought together actors who had been part of cinema's most celebrated works. Rhys Williams, known for his roles in award-winning films like How Green Was My Valley and Mistress Miniver, joined the cast. He was not alone. Walter Pidgeon, Mary Field, and Frank Baker, his co-stars from those movies, also shared the screen with him again. This film also featured John Gielgud, who would later portray the same title role in a 1970 adaptation. Marlon Brando, fresh from his performance in A Streetcar Named Desire, was cast as Mark Antony, a decision that raised eyebrows at the time. Director Joseph L. Mankiewicz was prepared to replace him with Paul Scofield should Brando's performance fall short. However, Brando's portrayal defied expectations, adding a new dimension to his career and the film itself. In a notable casting choice, Sir John Gielgud's portrayal of Cassius was decided upon after Joseph L. Mankiewicz witnessed his stage performance in Stratford-upon-Avon. Initially, Mankiewicz had Paul Scofield in mind for Mark Antony, but Marlon Brando's impressive screentist altered the casting direction. Douglas Dumrell, with a history of appearances in Oscar-nominated films, added this film to his list, which includes classics like I Am a Fugitive from a Chain Gang and The Ten Commandments. Edmond O'Brien also brought his experience from other Oscar contenders, although among his nominations, only The Greatest Show on Earth secured the win. In the special features of the DVD, viewers find the rise of 2 legends in a modern widescreen format, contrasting with the film's original, narrower Academy format. Edmond Purdom, known for his roles draped in togas, continued this trend after his Broadway performances in 2 classical plays. His portrayal in these historical dramas paved the way for similar roles in cinema. During production, Marlon Brando formed a significant bond with John Gielgud, leaning on his expertise for delivering Shakespeare's lines. This mentorship led to an invitation for Brando to perform in London, an opportunity that ultimately did not materialize. In the creative process of this classic film, there was a notable discord concerning the musical score. Director Joseph L. Mankiewicz initially sought Bernard Herrmann for the composition, valuing their previous collaborations. However, due to contractual and studio politics, Miklos Rozsa was appointed, leading to a lasting rift between Herrmann and Johnny Green of MGM's music department. On the set, the dynamics between James Mason and Marlon Brando reflected their characters' tension, with Brando insisting on equal treatment in the portrayal of his role. Additionally, the film marked John Gielgud's return to cinema after a significant hiatus, adding to the film's distinguished cast. In the production of this classic film, the untimely death of John Gielgud's brother overshadowed the process. Gielgud, who played Cassius, was deeply affected by his loss, but chose to continue with his role. His performance under such personal distress added a layer of depth to the character's portrayal that resonated with the themes of tragedy and stoicism inherent in the story.